Hey mamas, new Scum of the Earth just dropped. Hey, are you interested in a scab off of Satan's ballsack? Oh, well, this is actually Jack Doherty. This is a Kick streamer who exists in the occasional tweet that I'll see where he's doing something so idiotic, like kissing like the Island Boys, or what was the other? He hired like a security guard and then went through the mall and then like went up to people and be like getting in their face about to punch them, and then when they freak out, he'd get the security to pull them off. Imagine a spoiled like 12-year-old with so much money, but he is not actually 12. I think he's a grown adult, which is so scary. He is a taxpayer. Well, probably not a taxpayer, but anyways, he recently got caught doing this.
Oh! Oh! No! No! No!
Yeah, so that's him. That's him speeding in the rain in his McLaren. I don't fucking know. While texting and driving while on a Kick live stream. I've done 3 of those, not at the same time. And let me tell you, it's not in a McLaren. It's an Toyota Corolla. But to be doing all of this and then crashing. Oh, sorry. Did I forget to? Let me play the part.
Oh, fuck! Open the door! Open your door! We're locked in here.
Holy shit!
Where's your phone?
Oh, I just broke that shit.
Me too. Help! Help! Oh shit! Oh.
So yeah, that's him crashing as a result of doing all those things. Surprise to no one. And it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there because after he crashed,
Shit. Holy fucking shit. Oh, Michael. Are you okay? Yeah. Holy fuck. Oh my god, bro. Michael, here. Michael, do you have your film on that phone too?
yeah. So that's him going up to his buddy who's bleeding from the eyeball and saying, "Can you record me?" So when you think of like what's the worst possible human that could like be created in our day and age, like within reason, I think that he might be like this brand of human might be in like the top 10 like worst types of humans. Obviously there's like terrorists, there is regime leaders, but I think the Jack Doherty level of human is gotta be up there in the top 10. It takes a certain amount of like reckless abandon to just like completely disregard. Listen, I don't know if he's like friends with a cameraman, if he just hired him. Regardless, you should have like some human empathy to see that someone who is in a car accident of your doing, that you would think, maybe I should put aside live streaming this for my Kick audience and maybe like double check that he's okay. You know, he's like bleeding from the face. He might be concussed. Nope. That wasn't, I don't even think that was a thought in his head for a second. And furthermore, he proceeds to take his shirt off to like pose in front of it. And I think why some of this makes me so, feel so icky is because I see some of my past self in this dude. And you're probably thinking, what do you mean by that? To what extent? There was a point in time when I was so about like TikTok and like capturing fucking everything that it was like insanely unreasonable and irrational. Specifically, there was a point in 2019 where me and my friend were driving, and we were like driving on this freeway in like Charlotte, and we got rear-ended. So this is like a little bit different. I wasn't driving and it wasn't our fault, but we got rear-ended. Want to know what I was doing literally 30 seconds after like my head hitting the fucking dashboard? I was making a TikTok. So when I see this Jack Doherty dude doing that, albeit a little bit more fucking ridiculous, I step into the mindset of someone like that because I can kind of feel what mindset he was in, because I feel like I've been in that mindset before. When you're that type of person and you have to capture everything because like any exciting event that you stumble across or anything that happens that could be content has to be captured. You're not missing that. And you're like in a one-track mind of like trying to capture literally everything. And the most extreme example of it is this dude crashing your fucking luxury sports car because you're on your fucking phone, and then the first immediate reaction is like record it and then keep the live stream going. That is like peak like evil influencer. Now, to take a step back to like what I was talking about, how I used to be just so about like capturing fucking everything. That was probably how I would describe my life from like 2020 to like 2021, like those 2 years. I was like making like a TikTok every single fucking day at one point. It was like insane. And if literally anything happened that was like the slightest bit interesting, like I would record it and like put it in TikTok. Like I remember being at a roller derby rink, and I saw this kid like fall, and I like immediately recorded it and then like made a whole TikTok. I was like, oh, that could be a TikTok idea. And then like the whole video is just me like pretending like I tripped the child in the police were after me. Just shit like that. Like I would there was never a moment that I would miss with my camera because I had to be like God forbid. Like sometimes it's fucked up, I'm gonna say it. Sometimes I like wish like bad things would happen to me so that I could record it. Like I was like, what if like my what if my car just flies off the highway and then I can get content out of it? And it's a very dark place to be in because you're, for multiple reasons. You're a horrible person to be around when everything is content. And this kind of exists for like multiple like other content creators too. Like I feel this is the case with a lot of vloggers, especially the ones that are like vlogging their entire lives, like bringing their fucking like Nikon DSLR camera with them everywhere. Like they're very annoying to be around, and I've been around my fair share of people who are like just recording every fucking moment. I do not hang around those people anymore because like it's so exhausting mentally to be around that, especially if you're like, you know, you've been that person before, because you like recognize it so much faster. So those people are annoying to be around, but be like the mindset that you're in to just constantly be looking for something that will be content is so scary. And you know, you might wonder like, how do you get into that? How do you become someone that's like that, just like hungry to like fucking record something crazy happening? I think it's like, obviously you get like so rewarded by like on social media, like views and money. So like, I think it, especially if you're someone like this Jack Doherty guy, listen, I don't know what the fuck he does. I believe he's an OnlyFans creator, or I think he might be one of those like OnlyFans like pimps where they like recruit young girls and then like take half of their earnings because they're like running their OnlyFans. I don't know. I believe he does that too. But needless to say, like, bro's loaded. He has like a fucking mansion in like Florida, which God forbid, Milton. What time is it? It is Wednesday night. I believe Milton is hitting Florida in 5 hours. Everyone gather in prayer. Put your hands on your phone. Lord, we hereby pray that Hurricane Milton intensifies into a pinpoint, a mere 10 feet by 10 feet super fucking tornado, and go directly over Jack Doherty's house and suck that thing into the stratosphere and then dissipate immediately. Please, Milton, my buddy, come on. So it makes me, yeah, like I feel like I'm projecting, like I can't fully be mad at him because I feel like I've been in that position before where I've been so just like not even a human, just like, what's the craziest thing I can do? And like, I was only able to get out of that by like, I pretty much have stopped posting on TikTok. Like I post like 5 times a fucking year at this point. And I wouldn't say it's burning out because it's not that hard to make a TikTok, honestly. Like let's be fucking for real. But I just, it's not a fun mindset to be in, to like always be looking for something to film or record because it'll be a big TikTok, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. I feel like I've been doing like a lot of, not soul searching, that makes it sound so fucking dramatic, but like a lot of like looking at like stuff I've done in the past in my career and just like cringing at it, which I feel like is natural. Like with anything that you do, you look at something from like years ago, like whether you're a painter and you painted something, you're like, ugh, my skills are so bad, or you're like a photographer or something, you're like, ugh, I fucking hate how I took this picture. But I've been really looking at it, and like I just deleted all of my Instagram pictures except for like 9, because I was like, why do this picture of me, and like why can people still look at a picture of me from 2020 where I'm like batshit crazy in lockdown, like taking the same fucking selfie? Bro, there was this time where I was just like literally posting the same selfie over and over. Not the same selfie, but like I would like wait till it was like golden hour, and then I'd like take a fucking picture like in a field and be like, stuff, but the forest. And I hate that was still out there, and so I deleted it in the dead of night one night, and it will never come back. Not even and also like just other pictures on my Instagram. I realized that I put out too much. I put out too much of myself out there to the point where I felt like it was not me. So I had to rein it back, and I still have the pictures on my iPhone, but they're for me. They're not for anyone else. They belong to me. So those will never come back. But also maybe I should start posting on Instagram more, because I have 9 pictures now, and I post like once a year. So fuck. What other stuff that like absolutely doesn't matter at all? I also deleted a bunch of episodes of this podcast back when this shit was called I Almost Died. I was like, why the fuck is there episodes on this podcast called I Almost Died? Like when it was like a fully different podcast. Anyways, the other thing about this, whoa, I slapped my fucking thigh good. Y'all hear that? The thunder? The other thing about this, the Jack Doherty situation. Also, I mean, I've definitely contributed to this, but I hate when people say, like, the blank situation. Never mind. I'm fucking hypocrite. I've said that so many times. The other thing that I can't figure out is, like, why people watch this Jack Doherty dirt. Sorry, I bit my fucking cheek in my sleep, and I, like, can't, like, move my tongue without it hurting. So if I sound fucking stupid, who is watching this Jack Doherty dude? That's what I can't figure out. I remember back in like my demon like fucking TikToker era, I would always like, especially when I get videos taken down for like community guidelines violations, I always wonder like, damn, what if we had like a social media platform where there was like literally no fucking rules and you could like post whatever. So like you wanted to like do a skit where you're like getting shot and you want like there to be blood, you could do that. You could say like suicide and murder instead of like unalived. And I used to think that'd be like a good thing. I was like I don't know. There's a lot of like things I'd like to do creatively that would like involve a lot of gore or blood, and I think they'd be a lot of fun. But a platform with like no rules, with like pretty much no community guidelines, I always kind of craved that without fully like weighing the pros and cons of that. And then came along Kick, which is like Twitch, but there's like no rules. Like you can fucking gamble on there. You can say the N-word if you're white, I think. You can basically anything. I believe like when Aiden Ross joined that, he was like straight up just streaming like corn to like his like primarily young audience, like shit like that. It's the Wild fucking West. You can do anything on there. And I used to think that would be a good thing until we get monsters like this Jack Doherty dude, where they are quite literally doing anything. And I feel like having that runway and having that ability to just like go absolutely fucking nuts and like drive your McLaren in the rain while texting and driving, and then crashing, and then like showing the crash. Now, mind you, I think he got banned. I believe Kick banned him from streaming on there, so I guess you can't do everything. But it's crazy that we have that now, because I see so many. You can literally just like search Kick streamer on Twitter and just find like the most horrific. So it's like Kick streamer banned for having 47 for buying Epstein Island and restarting it and bringing more, like, it's I need to like actually have Kick banned as like a word on my Twitter, so I like never see anything about a Kick streamer again, so I can like live in peace. It's so crazy. Like, listen, there needs to be like a happy medium platform between like Kick and TikTok, where like TikTok is like the most restrictive platform, where you like say one word wrong and they will like show your video to 3 people. But on the other hand, not one where you can like literally stream corn to a young audience and then like get a, like, why is there no happy medium? That's what I can't understand. But genuinely, just like from an entertainment point of view, what the fuck do you get from watching Jack Doherty? Like, he's the most obnoxious. Listen, I'm one to fucking talk. I am the pot calling the kettle black. But I just get the biggest like arrogant little dickhead vibe. Like, he looks like the type of kid that would like bully everyone in school. Like, not just like pick on one. Wait, let's go to his Wikipedia. I'm so confused, like, what he actually does and like what his existence is. Bro is 21. What the fuck? It already says former Kick streamer on his Wikipedia because he got banned. That's funny. Okay. How did he start? He made a video called Marker Flip twice in a row, where he flipped a marker 2 times successfully. Oh god, that's funny. Oh, the controversies. Holy fuck. Assaulted someone. Okay. Verbal argument. His bodyguard assaulted someone. He got sued for assault and battery. And then the hydroplaning while texting and driving. Awesome. That's a crazy fucking Wikipedia page. Oh, bye. I thought this was like already. I thought he already made a video with like his crashed fucking car. I crashed a Lamborghini. Oh, stop. Has he done this before? Oh, he's fully crashed his. Okay, anyways. So that's the kind of. Oh, no, he did make a video already. These last 2 videos, I'm going broke. I crashed my McLaren. Like, why did he take his fucking shirt off? I can't. Let me turn my brightness down. God damn, my camera's greasy. Ugh. That's crazy. Like, that is just not the time to fucking thirst trap. God, I wish they had like the dislike button still like publicly available on YouTube. The comments, so, like, one of the top comments is, the fact that you're still alive is a fucking tragedy. If I think to you at that point, to be that like widely hated, you have to have like a degradation kink or something. You have to get off on like people disliking you that much and like still persisting. Either that or, but there's no way he's getting like a bag for doing this. Like, there's no way he's getting like, I mean, he's banned off of Kick, and surely his YouTube is like demonetized. There's no fucking way he's making money off of that. I would love to spend just like a day in his mind to like see what he does it for, because like I've even seen videos of him like being at a gas station just like filling up his car, and people will like pull up on him and be like, "What up, pussy boy? What up?" And then pushing him and shit around. And it's so funny, but like, to be that widely hated that like people will come up to you in public and be like, why would you still do that? Why would you keep doing that to yourself? If I was him and motherfuckers hated me that much, I would be leaving to with that money, I would be leaving to a fucking private island. He probably could buy Jeffrey Epstein's island and like live out there. I don't fucking know. I I would love to understand the psychology of it because it makes no sense to me. But in general, I think you should like be very, very wary of he strikes me as one of those YouTubers where it's like they are like a cancer cell in the sense that they want growth without restriction. They want to be like as big as possible. And I think you should be very cognizant of any time you're like consuming content from anyone that's like, we need to be the biggest in the fucking world. Ask yourself why. Like why do and if you are like doing anything where you want to be the biggest in the world. Say you want to be like the biggest singer in the world. You want to be the biggest fucking chess player in the world. Well, chess is like, that's a reasonable, humble thing. But like, I think wanting to be the biggest thing like stems from like insecurity of like being not, feeling like nobody care you, nobody care about you. Like that is like literally like growth without restriction is like the ideology of a cancer cell. Like, and what the fuck does cancer do? It kills you. So why would you want to be something that just like grows as big as possible and spirals out of control? Because like people, especially like with money, I feel, if you just want like as much money as possible and to become like the richest person in the world, obviously that's like kind of a like extreme thing. And like, I know like that's like kind of the ideology of like the fucking Sigma type people, and probably not everyone's, but like if that's what you want, if you're like the type of person who just wants to be like the richest person alive, ask yourself why. Because for the money case, there's a certain amount of money where you're fucking fine. You're like fully set and you don't need, like, I feel like if you have like even like $5 million, you're so fucking set in life. What more would you need? The fact that there's like billionaires who are like still trying to get more billions of dollars to like possibly become like a trillionaire. What the fuck? So, but back to like the YouTuber case. I get scared. I get the shivers whenever I see YouTubers that'll like do anything. Now, listen, I was gonna say YouTubers will do anything for like 100 million subscribers. You go to my YouTube channel, it's like I pissed on a pigeon, but I use, and I'll admit it. There used to be a time where I was like I just want to be like so fucking big, and I want to be like, how many millions of followers can we got? And then like, I think it was when I hit like 10 million followers on TikTok, and it became like such an abstract, unreal number that's like not even like really possible for the human brain to like comprehend, that I was like, I'm fully fine forever. I would be happy if I never got another follower on TikTok. Like, and since then, the only kind of like, oh my god, I fucking hiccups. Since then, like, when I like post something, when I post like a fucking YouTube video, a TikTok, it's always like for fun at this point. Like, there's a very, it's not fully gone, but there's like a very small part of me, it's like 1%, that's like still like, let's see if this one get viewers. I'm just like, at this point, it's like, what are you chasing if you're just like trying to become the biggest ever and like get like what would you gain by passing T-Series and subscribers? Like, you look at PewDiePie, and I feel like he was doing that shit for a while. He was like trying to become like the biggest YouTuber ever, and then he just kind of like stopped and like retired, and now the motherfucker's living in the Japanese countryside with his wife and child. Does he have 2 kids yet? What? Wife and child and pets, and that motherfucker looks so happy. And he's not like posting like every day or like, guys, can we get to 5 bajillion subscribers? Like, he's just living his fucking life. And I feel like all these, I mean, you're bound to hit a wall if you're just trying to get like unlimited growth and to be the biggest possible, like, richest person ever. It's like you will spiral. You will hit the wall, and I hit the wall at one point, and then now I'm just having fun being silly. Mind you, it's still fun when I'm like, hey, videos on trending or some shit like that. I still get a little kick out of that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I don't care about the hours. I don't care about the money. But sometimes it's a little fun. It's a little fun sometimes. But I'm not gonna be like fucking live streaming me texting or driving my McLaren and then crashing it. Also, speaking of cars, no, actually, I was going to speak about something that's really stressing me out with my car, and I don't want to speak about it because I think it, I don't have insurance. Okay, anyways, so with that all being said, just be so like, I feel like most people, I mean, it's fun to hate watch people like that, honestly, and to me, like, that Jack Doherty guy is like a little bit of a lol cow now. I feel like there's very few people that are going to watch him and be like, whoa, this guy's friggin' sick. I would love to be like him. Bro has a fucking McLaren. I need that. I want to be just like him. I'm going to fucking grind every single day to be like Jack Doherty. Like, I feel like that's maybe 5% of the people watching him. The other 95% are like just enjoying his decline. If you could call it decline, because I don't fucking know. But where's I going with that? I can't remember. Anyways, let's wrap this shit up and read this week's drama. All right, this week's drama comes from at your local smelly rat. Ben, I have drama. By the way, if you want me to read your drama and give you advice in a future episode of this podcast, comment it down below on the YouTube video version of it, please. Thank you. They said, my sister's father has manic episodes and he has never been religious. Recently, he said God came down and sat in his lap and called him the doubting Thomas, and now he wants to be a pastor. What can I say without, like, getting people mad? Can I say something without y'all getting mad? I feel like a lot of the time when people are like, I was at McDonald's and God came and sat across from me and spoke to me, I feel like that might be a manic episode. I feel like when people, there's got to be a study between people who just like randomly become so religious and like some sort of mental thing like that. Because I've heard cases like that before. People just like a switch flips and it's like the craziest motherfucker you know all of a sudden is like, well, I'm going to become a pastor. What? I've seen you shoot up heroin before. What do you mean you're going to become a pastor? Like, I mean, you said, I don't know what you mean by your sister's father, your dad, or maybe stepdad. I don't know. Sorry. Not again your family business here. I mean, let him be, I guess. Let him do his thing. Let him discover Jesus and all that. But if he becomes like, I mean, I feel like it'd be like a net positive if he became a pastor. I feel like pastors, as long as they're not like touching children or like that's a good thing. Maybe not fun to have as like a parent, I'd say. But you get fucking pancake breakfast at the church. You'd get to like, he could probably put you front in the choir, and then you could be singing at church when they'd be like, and then like a talent scout will be in the front row and like be like, you've got the vocals of a goddamn angel, and then you get like a career in like singing, and then they put you on like American Idol, and then you win and get like an agent and become like so famous. Like that could happen. But if he becomes a pastor and like starts crashing out in like a really scary way, and he's like, if he invites you into the fucking basement and you see like a bed with shackles on it, and he's like, come here, sweetie, we're gonna get that demon out of you. Like at that point, maybe try and get him professional help. But or third option, sneak lithium into his food every single day, and don't do this, but like medicate him yourself for his manic episodes. Anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you next Thursday. Rate this podcast 5 freaking stars if you had a blast, or 1 if you fucking didn't. But vote for this podcast and for the presidential election. Your time is running out to register to vote. Vote.gov, motherfucker. And yeah, okay. Love y'all. Bye.